elbow to the wrist. So you got to factor in the body movement coming from back to forward. You have to factor in the shoulder to elbow movement, which is going to be a hard force. And then the sling effect of the full extension with a snap at the end speeds up the hand. That's what sends a lot of fighters down when Manny hits them. So my brain says that if this fight goes the distance, Manny wins on punch volume. However, the second most likely thing I think that'll happen is Manny gets caught early on a counter and hurt and possibly knocked out by Floyd. That's the second most likely thing. The third most likely thing, I think, Manny works Floyd and works his body enough and gets him confused enough to catch him with a really good shot late in the fight, getting a knockout. Okay, fourth most likely situation is Floyd wins in a decision. That's my view on that. I'm going to check in chat and see if you guys have anything to add to this. No, you don't. You probably heard too much about Pacquiao versus Mayweather. Guy Shea's getting ready to do a show, or he's done a show. DJ Bad Guy, look him up on Spreaker. DJ Bad Guy all together. No dots necessary. He doesn't do dots. He just brings it. He brings letters. He throws numbers. He doesn't care. One of the most talented guys on Spreaker, by the way. So listen to talent. Why would you listen to anything that doesn't have talent? I had to do this show not because I'm a boxing expert, but because I'm a huge fan of boxing and because this fight is about good versus evil. It really is. Because people love Manny and people hate Floyd. Why do they hate Floyd? Most people? Because he's too cocky, too arrogant. Who likes that? What guy do you know that's cocky and arrogant all the time that you say, man, he's a likable guy? The only thing Floyd Mayweather loves more than himself is money. And a guy like that is not going to be loved around the world. Humility, class, showing that you appreciate your fans and those that helped you get to where you got to, that's a big deal for us, regular boxing consumers. Combine that with the fact that we like to see offense all day versus defense, and you know Manny's the favorite. And the guys in Vegas right now are telling people Mayweather is the favored fighter to win this fight. But people are betting on Manny 10-1. In other words, every 11 people that come in, 10 of them are betting on Manny. And that's betting from the heart. That's probably not wise from a betting standpoint, but it shows you the kind of support he has. He's humble, he's likable, and he's an offensive machine. He moves like a water bug. The guys that get knocked out by him almost universally will say they did not see the punch coming. And I think he's faster than Sugar Ray Leonard when it comes to especially the barrage. Sugar Ray might have beat him in speed on that first punch, but Manny's got 6 punches coming right after that first punch. Where are they coming from? You don't know. You don't know. Just cover up. Good luck with that. He's going to split your arms if you're covering up in the front with that typical, vertical block that a lot of boxers do where they put their elbows down below their nipples, essentially, and put their gloves in front of their eyes. He's going to split that, or he's coming in from the side. More importantly, when you do that, your body's wide open, and Manny will go for it. He's more of a head puncher, but he will go for the body if it's going to help him in the fight. And most importantly, Manny listens to his corner. I've never really seen Floyd listen to his corner, and if you listen to his corner in a lot of his fights, here's what you hear. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just keep doing what you're doing. He don't want to fight. That's not advice. Even if it was, I don't think Floyd would listen. Floyd does what Floyd wants to do. He's self-taught, believe me. And Freddie Roach has said that. He never had a good trainer. Roger's definitely a better trainer than Floyd Sr., but Floyd Mayweather Jr. never really had a trainer, a good trainer. They just didn't know what they were doing to expose his best abilities and make them even better. How's he 47-0? Ducking, dodging, selective fights, a lot of defense. You can't hurt a turtle in a shell unless you have special weapons. The man that's going to hurt Floyd Mayweather Jr., the only man that's going to hurt him, is the man who throws fast punches, who throws hard punches, who has fast footwork, and who can punch from odd angles. Never underestimate the power of odd angles against Floyd Mayweather Jr. And Manny comes from odd angles. He'll bring a half hook, half uppercut all day long to the body or head. And he's already flying through the air left or right, in and out. So you don't know where it's coming from. Getting in a fight with Manny for Floyd is going to be like getting beaten by all the prison guards at once, I'm afraid. Now, might he win the fight? Of course he might. Would it surprise me at all if Floyd Mayweather wins on points? Not at all. But I don't see that happening. what I see with these two boxers, if they're both healthy and there's no underlying injuries, because you have that a lot. I mean, I've seen Floyd fight with a hurt shoulder, broken hand. He actually went down before from the pain of a broken hand, which is kind of wimpy in boxing. Seriously, I mean, look at Arturo Gatti. He broke his hand all the time. He never went down from it. He just dealt with the pain, kept punching. These guys are expected to be better than average. They're expected to be our superheroes, gladiators, and you don't go down from pain. That's, look at Maidana. He went down from a liver shot versus Amir Khan, but I think he came back and beat Khan. I don't know. I think he knocked him out. Maidana was a good measure of what happens when Floyd faces a power puncher that will eventually punch so hard that he's going to run out of gas early in the fight. Manny's never going to run out of gas. So take the first 4 rounds of Maidana. Take the first 4 rounds of Mosley and put those together. That's going to be your first 8 rounds of the fight. And then take your first 4 rounds of, who else hurt him? Who else rocked him? Maidana, Mosley. Oh, Judah. Take the first 4 rounds of the Judah fight. There's your 8 through 12. All right? First 4 rounds of Maidana, first 4 rounds of Mosley, first 4 rounds of Judah. There's your fight. That's what Floyd is facing. Relentless speed, relentless power, relentless wild angles. And it's going to hurt him. He may win the fight and still get hurt. But anything's possible in boxing. One punch can definitely change a fight. Both of these guys are lightning fast. Both of them are fast on defensive reaction versus offensive reaction. So it's one of the things that I think we have discounted and not talked about is legs. Manny's still got the water bug movement. In and out, side to side. Very quick like that. His calves are as big as my fucking arms, and he's a small dude. Floyd has lost some leg movement, so he's now relying on what he can do with his upper body. And you can't really fight Manny as half a fighter. You've got to move. What I think Floyd will do is go back to the corner to try to protect his sides so he can't get hit from too many angles and work strictly on that right counter. I think that's what he's going to do. He'll probably use that check left hook, which could give Manny problems if he's not ready for it. It's a semi-light left hook, the one he knocked Ricky Hatton out with. But if he uses that, he's going to expose that left side too. So Manny will take advantage of every opening he can find, and if you don't present an opening, he's going to keep racking up points with punches. Bum, 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 bum. They come in bunches, 5, 6, 7, and 8 at a time, sometimes 10 or 12 at a time. Floyd punches once or twice, and he's done. Once or twice again, and he's done again. That's the kind of fight we're going to see. I think it's going to end up in a Pacquiao win with a decision. If I had to put money on it, that's what I would bet. But the second most likely thing is Floyd getting a knockout early, catching Manny on a counter. Yeah, that sounds like a good enough show. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Thank you guys for listening to Truth on Tap's K-Tap, Kevin A. Kierstead, talking about Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. and how I think this match will go. We didn't get too deep into it. I wanted to get into racism and placism and social support and how much that really means in a match. It doesn't mean a whole lot. In the end, what you have is 2 fighters in a square circle, if you will. That's what some experts call it. And they got to see who the better man is. And I think about the past a lot with boxing. For example, everybody talks about how Rocky Marciano never lost a fight. I think George Foreman in his prime, if he was at the peak of his fitness, not like he was with Ali and Rumble in the Jungle, I think George Foreman could have beaten Rocky Marciano 3 out of 5 fights. So he would have been proven by numbers to be the better fighter because he was just that brutal. But that takes 5 fights to figure that out. In other words, Rocky might have won the first 2 against the George Foreman and lost the last 3. So you only got 1 fight here. A lucky punch can change everything, and that's sad, isn't it? I mean, look at what who was it? Marquez hit Pacquiao with. Did you see that? It was a no-look punch. Never underestimate the power of a no-look punch. What happens? The boxer's looking down or to his left, moving, and the boxer that's fighting him is looking at his face saying, what's he doing? And in comes a right, way out to that boxer's left. In comes a right hand, and down he goes. That's what happened to Pacquiao in that Marquez fight. You cannot look at what someone's looking at. You have to be aware of where the hands are, because the no-look punch will get you. I don't know if Floyd's good with a no-look punch. I've never really seen Manny use a no-look punch, but if one of the 2 of them decides to employ it this fight, that could be the secret weapon that makes the difference. So write that down in your notebook too. That's going to do it for Truth on Tap. K-Tap is up out of here. Go check out Guy Shay's show. That's DJ Bad Guy. We do the Evil Show every Wednesday at 11. Sometimes we do evil shit without the Evil Show. You don't know what's going to happen. That's that, and here goes this.